Welcome back once again, everyone, to Minecraft FTB. I'm your host, Warmac9. I started recording this episode and then realized I was recording a black screen. We are back. We are properly recording. I have ensured thus. And the only thing I have done off camera that I was trying to think I was capturing on camera was place in the power supply here. So I changed out the battery. My previous one is quite dead, and this one is not dead yet, but it will be very soon. As you can see, it's simply just collecting up everything out of the ground here. Pretty nice, pretty quick, pretty straightforward. Everybody's seen the quarry. I've done the quarry several times now. In addition, I was also coming here to show you guys the auras. So as you can see, I'm wearing the goggles revealing. Now if you take them off, you see that the little doodad down here in the corner, the aura mirror, immediately disappears, and if you put them back on, it immediately appears. That seems to be something that they fixed recently. And yes, that's pretty sweet. Now I was also going to show you guys the big aura node that's inside the little dome entrance over here. Now, the last time I was here, I was mostly fighting just zombies and skeletons, but with the goggles on, you actually see one additional thing. You see wisps. Now, I don't know if any are going to spawn in here. I literally tried popping over here when I thought I was recording, and I wasn't recording, and that kind of gave me a problem in the fact that I found one wisp, and now I'm not finding any wisps. So I don't know if they have like a certain timer in which they spawn at, but I am breaking a couple of the torches to see if I can get a few more to pop back in here. So that's what I'm doing right here. Now, aside from that, there's nothing really super special else in there aside just, you know, aura, which is kind of cool. You can always take like a portable hole or something near here, and I just have like infinite aura. As you can see down there in the corner, there's quite a bit of aura in this area, 656, but there's also quite a bit of flux. It's relatively unstable, as you could also tell by the electrical bolts that go down the aura down there in the corner. I seem to be getting just, you know, endless amounts of skeletons from all sides, and zombies. I am burning battery on my Vajra right now, so I'm going to swap back to my lat pack. Now, I am still wearing an advanced lat pack. I was thinking I should probably start looking into ultimate lat pack, but I also, again, kind of need more iridium. I don't have a whole lot on hand, and I certainly haven't been getting a extreme amounts out of the mass fabricator. I've gotten quite a bit out of the mass fabricator, but it takes 7 UU matter to make 1 iridium, so I figured I would head back down deep underground to collect a little bit more resources down here, just dig in a different direction. And now that I have a Vajra, I can basically just do it. There's not a whole lot of effort to it. Now, there have been texture changes on some of the ores, so like this ore right here, copper. That's a slightly different color than the previous super orange copper. This looks like silver, tin, perhaps. Silver? Yeah. We have our apatite. No, is that apatite? Yeah, that's apatite. Iron, obviously. It's a classic. Everybody knows iron. Also, I'm going to put my helmet back on, just in case, because this area down here is considered unlit. Things will still spawn. Looks like more silver there, some coal. It probably wouldn't hurt to have more coal on hand. Let's see. No, that was tin. Tin's kind of a silvery color, I guess. And then that would be copper. And that would be a lot of battery gone right there. Alright, there we go. And, let's see. Sorry, I was just, I was super distracted by a tweet on Twitter. Quick chat with, Minecraft WB. No, I do not know him personally. He just replied to one of my tweets where I had made a offhand statement regarding his traveling, because he might be encountering a buddy of mine over at the Delta airport. So let's see, I'm back here on my floor 13. Let's pick a direction, any direction. This sounds like a direction in this direction. And this is the power of the Vajra. As you can see, I just kind of blaze through here. Quite a bit of diamonds. But yeah, that was all the power in my backpack right there. And once this thing hits about 50%, I'm going to back trace through here and collect everything that I've just knocked out. Now, I haven't seen a ton of monazite down here. No, that's normally the stuff I have to have, but it could be retextured, recolored, so I don't know. All right, so I'm about halfway now. My bags are completely full, so we're going to go back through and clear out some of the better ores. Specifically, we'll get the diamonds too. That would be very good to have the diamonds. Copper probably wouldn't hurt, but again, diamonds. Who says no to diamonds? Let's see. Sorry if I'm being a little less commentative today. I keep hearing people in the background. Now, one thing that you guys might notice is that I am still using not DirectX. Of course I'm using DirectX. I'm still using the... I'm going to stick full stacks of stuff in there. That can go in the other bag. I am still using... Oh... Of course, now I'm gonna blank on everything that I wanted to say. I'm still using XSplit because I actually rather like the voice processing quality that comes out on XSplit comparative to Fraps. Now Fraps, I just have it capture line in audio in addition to whatever's already currently playing on the video. And that does well enough. It's very simple, but it also gathers a ton of information when it's doing it on the computer, a ton of data, and it gets to be really, really cumbersome. It takes up a lot of resources and a lot of inventory, a lot of hard drive space just to run it like that. However, with XSplit, I actually get a little bit better audio quality, and I like that because it's not as echoey, it's not as tinny. Even though my microphone is really good quality, it ends up coming out kind of a lot of over-the-top reverb if I'm recording, and I have... Oh, I'm out of battery. If I have an exceptional amount of... I don't know. I lost my train of thought because I keep having to look back over here at my Twitter feed. Again, you guys can follow me on Twitter at @4mac9. You might even catch me while I'm recording because I do post on there when I'm starting recording and when I'm not. So yeah, no, it doesn't sound as right. So if you guys notice, I used episode 33 to test myself against, and I listened to that, and then I listened to this on episodes 36 and 30, or no, 37 and 38, and it sounds so much better on 37 and 38, and that's probably just because I'm using XSplit. So yeah, that's what I'm using it for. And this really sucks that I'm out of battery juice because I know I'm about to tap my MFSU when I get back up topside. But I also can show you guys the power supply that I've done so far. I guess I really don't need this many more diamonds because I'm already kind of rolling in diamonds back home anyway. So we're going to go ahead and start working our way out of here. Got my chainsaw on hand. There are new zombies. Back up, zombies. Would have loved to have gotten some more monazite, but I don't know what it looks like in this pack. It might be exclusive to the other world because I don't see a lot of stuff down here. And monazite might be one of the things that's just not here. Or maybe I've programmed myself away from mining it. I don't know. That's diamond, obviously, and that's silver. So yeah, that's silver. That's one of the two kinds of silver. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna jet. That'd be fine. Pop back into the overworld. can also see I've lost quite a bit of food there. We'll go ahead and eat up food, and then we'll drop everything back over here in our drop box. I'm also going to take this guy back out, and I'll put my better battery in. Better battery, and beyond. Like so, and go ahead and start charging this guy. And then we'll pop up here and stick that into there to charge. Oh, that doesn't actually take that long. It certainly doesn't take as long as my armor. My armor takes ages to charge. It is ridiculous. I don't know why, but it just doesn't accept a high enough charge quantity. So let's swap things around a little bit, do a little bit of micromanagement and inventory management here. I'm going to need to drop box everything over here. Let's see, cinnabar, that's not what I'm looking for. Ferrous, iron, aluminum, tungsten, tin, lead, gold, green, apatite, arrows, saltpeter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have a lot of extra silver because I think I only have one of the 2 silvers in my my filter. Alright, and do these as well. Now I am... Again, I still need to consider upping my storage capacity for the area. Like, I need to work in some sort of mass system that will let me... Where did I put my pack? Is my pack still up there charging? Yeah, I guess it's still up there charging. Get my chainsaw back down there, and my Omni-Rich down there, and take out these guys. Now, as you can see, I do have quite a bit of UU matter. I did sit there for a while and farm it with the remainder of my monazite, so now I'm completely tapped on monazite, which I suppose on one hand is kind of nice that I've managed to burn all those ores that I've been sitting on for ages, but on the other hand, I'm also completely out of a pretty key component, from what I understand, to the MFFS mod, the modular force field system. Also, I put in a minor parkour thing right here. It works a lot better when I have better frame rate when I'm not using XSplit. But if I do get my new computer, I will actually have the capacity to record at a higher encoding setting, I suppose, with XSplit. So it'll look nicer. So all those solar panels we made yesterday, we made 16 solar panels, and then I turned them all into 16 advanced solar panels. As you can see, they are generating quite quickly, but they're also not able to keep up with the current demand that my system is going on it. And these are also my 2 low voltage solar arrays, because I can't really do anything to make them into these guys, the batteries and the generating at nighttime. They're kind of stuck as they are. So yeah, that's fine. I went ahead and laid out some wire here so that way I could say, okay, I'm running multiple threads of solar panels. And on the whole, it seems like I have a pretty good quantity of power coming in. I mean, with 16, 19 total low advanced solar arrays, which are generating like 8 EU a tick, plus the one hybrid, which is 64 a tick. Yeah, I'm producing plenty of power. As you can see, it is going up relatively quickly, even though I've got these 4 machines right here blowing through some. This is obviously blowing through some, as well as my machines down here. My igneous extruder over here is still producing cobble. It doesn't require any additional lava or any additional water. It's just going to do that infinitely, and as you can see here, those guys are still slowly flowing into this guy. Now the faster traveling ones there are also from that doodad over there. Now I suppose I could always just break off my void pipe here and see if that helps their overall output of production. But I was noticing that this guy tends to overfill if I don't keep a void pipe perpetually at the end of this. But I'm gonna try with it on with it off, excuse me, and see if I can get a little bit more scrap for UU matter out of it. Alright, so things that are going, we got that guy going, we've got let's see, okay, so previously we made a boiler, and I hate how my mouse double clicks on right click like that. We made a boiler, and now this guy has run a little bit. I didn't keep the heat at a high heat, but it has produced an adequate amount of steam. The water is at full capacity. The heat can actually be increased quite high, but it is currently at 90 degrees Celsius, which is not boiling. So if I was to use any of this steam, it would be the extent of the steam that is available. So it would burn all the steam that was possible. That's not exactly what I want to do, but I went through coal coke so quickly, I forgot exactly how much the high pressure boiler tank requires. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of heat, and my coke ovens are still producing coke. So, I mean, I've had to blow through quite a bit of that in order to get to this point. As you can see, I only have a handful of coal coke left. I suppose I'm not really using it for Stirling engines in excess here, so I could just go ahead and say, okay, here you go. I have a little bit more coal coke to illustrate the point, but it does lose temperature over time. As you can see, it's 89 right there. It was just 90, and it was over 101, and it managed to build all this steam as soon as it broke boiling. So it doesn't take long to build steam, but you build steam at a higher rate, and you can support more machines, more engines off of it at a time if you have better values. So in the interest of keeping things relatively relevant, I was looking at the stuff for that. In the interest of keeping things relevant, we're going to have a look at making some steam engines. Now, I don't remember the precise output differences between these guys. I do recall that they require basically a redstone torch to keep them turned on, or a lever at the very least, as well as steam, waterproof pipes, so on. Now these guys, this is, I think, the lowest tier one, the hobbyist steam engine. Then you have a commercial, then you have an industrial. I'm going to assume it's like a 1 Minecraft joule a tick versus a 8 versus like a 64. I have no idea what this one is. Now, I haven't actually seen this one, but it uses a redstone transmission coil, so I assume that this is part of thermal expansion. This one requires copper gears, which is iron around copper, or copper around iron, excuse me. So we're going to take some copper, we're going to take some iron, we're going to make this other steam engine, this one that I'm not sure on, because I am not sure on it. I would like to see what it does. It's also going to require a piston and a transmission coil, and of course the copper ingots across the top. I have my copper ingots right here. Gonna just need the piston and the redstone transmission coil. That one's just golden. No, that's a silver one. Okay, so that's silver, that's lead. Silver and redstone. Uses one oddball here. I'll just take the whole stack of redstone. I'm also gonna need wood, and I'm gonna need a little bit more cobble. Take some cobble here. That guy is full. And I'll take some glass because I'll make some of the other engines. I need some wood. Also need to go drop some more forest because I feel like I'm getting low on wood. I need more wood. And hold your jokes until the end, please. We'll go ahead and make our piston here with the stuff that we has, the cobble, the things with the things and the things, like this and this, and we have our first piston. I'll go ahead and make 4 pistons. How about that? How about that? So that was 1, 2, 3. That should be 4 actually, because that'll give me up to 9 right there, and I'll just place in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I did math correctly on the fly. Minecraft math. Go ahead and lace that up to 4. Now, I can't exactly record as long as I'd like to today because I do need to run out, but I might be back on later, as the case may be. I have some weddingy stuff to do with my fiance, so that will be handled with all due care. Go ahead and place. I need to make my gears first too, don't I? Go ahead and make 2 gears. Copper gears, 1 and 2, and redstone transmission coil, piston, and across the top it was copper as well, was it not? There we go. We have ourselves a steam engine. Let's also have a look at our. Oh my goodness, chest hurt right there for a second. waterproof pipe. I do have 4 waterproof pipes, so I can be able to use 4 things, I guess. I don't recall if I have to use... I can just set them off one at a piece. Well, now that I mention that, I actually think I kind of want to make more. I was initially starting to say something there, and I completely threw myself off the trail. What was I saying? I can make waterproof pipes and something. Oh my god, I'm becoming senior citizen here. Oh. Yeah, I don't recall if they have to have a wooden transport pipe, a wooden waterproof pipe to pull out of the tank. But we'll find out here in a moment when I cannot pull out from the tank, if in fact that is the case. I'm going to go ahead and take like half of these because I'm going to throw them into the furnace to make some cactus green. Once I turn them into pigment and then turn them into stuff. So do this and do this and give me the cactus green. And then of course once the cactus paste comes through as cactus green, it'll come back into my inventory and I will turn it into waterproofing. So that was our first steam engine. Let's have a look at our industrial steam engine. Now that one actually requires steel plates and steel gears. Do I still have steel on hand? I do not have any more steel on hand, so I'll kind of hold off on that one. That's fine. I can still make our gold-plated one for hobbyist as well as our commercial one for iron-plated, and so on. Let's go ahead and grab our Omni wrench once again because I need to pick up my battery if I'm putting back in the rolling machine up on the top flow. The top flow, you heard me. Go ahead and pop that guy back off. We're going to find our rolling machine once again and stick the rolling machine right there. Then we're going to need to make some iron plates. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it was just the one. Nope, it's 3. So I just collected 3 right there for this. I guess I can actually just take these back off then. I only have to use it to make 1 crafting of 3 iron plates. Obviously a piston and obviously gears. So we'll pop back downstairs. I will take you back off. Actually, I need to break you with a legitimate tool. Like so. And then we'll put you back down right there. Good deal. Put this guy back into here. And we pop back down. Yes. So, I am putting up with the... Okay, that takes nuggets. I am putting up with the extra bit of lag and latency that I'm getting off of my... Oh, I need stone gears. Oh, I have plenty of... Okay. Off of recording in XSplit, just because it is giving me a much nicer quality audio feed. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. If you guys have any comments or opinions on that, please let me know, because I'm trying to still figure out whether I want to do one or the other until I get my new computer. But I mean, obviously once I get a new computer, it's going to be quite nicer. I'm looking to basically upgrade to a CPU that's more than triple the power of what I've currently got. So that's certainly a big step forward. I'm using a computer that was on sale at Best Buy back in the end of 2009, beginning of 2010. It was listed as Q1 2010 for the i5, and the i5 that I'm using is actually out of its normal life cycle. So it's beyond what normal people would end up encountering in terms of computers. So it's a little old. It's a pre-Sandy Bridge i5, so it's not even that super fast. It has its moments where it's like, oh, that's kind of quick, and then other times it's like, ooh, I'm rendering something that's gonna take me 2 hours, even though it's only I don't know, a 100 300 megabyte video since I started using XSplit. They're much smaller. Yeah, it takes a significant amount of time to render anything on this i5, and of course the i5 is anything you render is going to have to go through your processor, and it's not the graphics card. Your graphics card could be amazing. You could still have a really good graphics card and have a crap processor, and the processor is going to hold you back. So that's kind of what I'm starting to hit upon now. My graphics card is still pretty good. It's a GTX 560 Ti. It's relatively new. It says it's factory overclocked. I don't know if it's factory overclocked or not. I didn't even bother playing with overclocking, so I don't know for a fact. For these guys, we need 4, 8, 12. Alright, so I'll just set aside 12 right here. I also noticed that my clicking sound seems to be a little bit quieter when I'm clicking using XSplit than just regular clicking. I always seem to be like, oh my god, it's so loud. Why is it so loud? I'm going to go ahead and throw those guys in there just to try and get this rolling. I am up to 138 steam right there, which will quickly diminish. 138 degrees, excuse me. Quickly diminish if I go out there and use the stuff. Alright, so there's our pipe waterproofing. We have our golden transport pipe here. I'm going to do this, and this, and this. And next, we've got our waterproof. I suppose I could actually go ahead and start hooking up stuff. Let's go ahead and grab out our levers, wherever you happen to may be. And let's figure out what this regular, just steam engine does, because I personally have never used this one before, so I don't know. Now, I'm using gold waterproof pipe because it does carry more water at a time. I know I've mentioned this before in the past, but it is the most effective way to carry a lot of fluid. Piping always is limited based by the amount of stuff that you have in there, and just like gold tends to make stuff move faster if you have regular machines and you're piping material through it. Gold will certainly make things go quicker for you. The same is true when you're doing it with these guys here. Now it looks like I'm going to also need a wrench. Now let's see if it works with my good old wrench right here. Does not. What about the Omni wrench? Will the Omni wrench give me that? No. Alright, well, I will just have to either this, or I can place a block and that'll let me censor everything around the edge of it. So go ahead and take this guy back, place another golden pipe there, and then I will hook up this here, do that there, and that there, and we'll also dig a little hole underneath, and I'll put the third one underneath it so I can make it look a little bit better, save a little bit of room, kind of thing. You know how it is. All right, and so this guy down here, and then we'll go ahead and pop these guys around the sides. And yeah, it looks like I might end up having to need a wooden waterproof pipe in order to properly transfer stuff from point A to point B. Oh well, it's quite fine. Place that there. Alright, so these guys, as you can see, they have their own internal steam capacity, as well as how many Minecraft joules are producing a tick. This one, it actually looks like it's a standalone steam engine, so I don't know if this is actually going to help it. The hobbyist steam engine, as you can see, obviously works on its own. You can put water directly into it, 8 buckets of water, heat it up. It starts out at 20 degrees Celsius, and then that's about 1/5 of what you need to boil. And then you obviously can produce steam. It looks like it's almost on a 1-to-1 ratio. On here you have to apply energy, and that will produce steam for the commercial steam engine there. Okay, and this guy right here is still sitting at about 132. Let's grab some more coal coke. It does become a lot less fuel intensive once you get it up high enough. Unfortunately for me, it's just going to take so much because I have such a large capacity and it's such a high pressure boiler. Let's see. I needed to. Well, I was making the steel one, but I still have a while to go on that. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a wooden waterproof pipe. So I just blew all my waterproofing on the other stuff here, but I might yet have. No, I don't. I have wooden pipes. I don't have any waterproofing on the wooden pipes. So we'll do that really quickly and place an extra lever where I don't need it. We'll go ahead and take that guy there, and then take this guy and put him in there, and put that there. heading on back over here. No, the furnace over there still does not work. I don't know why. Oh, I wanted to catch it. Oh well, we can pop back over here and just grab it when it comes through. As you can see, I am quite full on stuff. I made a bunch of carbon plates preemptively because I expected to need those for producing stuff, and I didn't use them. I didn't use them. I also had to figure out what I need to use sulfur and saltpeter for. I'm pretty certain it's for like gunpowder, but I honestly I haven't used it. I haven't used it. So yeah, that's the thing. Tin, silver. Let's throw the silver up there. I also have all this tungsten that I can't use, so I'm just gonna toss those guys back in here as well. And we place our cactus green up here. We get our pipe waterproofing. We're gonna stick that with our wooden waterproofing. We'll get a wooden waterproof pipe. And I talk in a mile a minute. I know sometimes I'm really into it, and sometimes I'm not. Just trying to catch on up, y'all. It'd be nice if I had some redstone engines. Don't know if I have any sitting on hand. Jesus Christ, that double click. That double click drives me nuts, man. Alright, so I don't have any redstone engines in there. Let's check into my machine blocks and boxes and stuffs over here. If I don't, I gotta make another one. Alright. Redstone engines were not super hard if I recall correctly, so we already have wooden gears. That's part of the trick there. Let's pop over here. We still have a piston. I'll go ahead and use it. That's fine. 2 wooden gears, bit of glass, and then I need logs turned into wooden planks. And just 1. That's fine. So yeah, I can feel this frame rate, and it is killing me mentally here. Because I'm like, oh my god, why you so do this? Why you so? I'm gonna make another one just to be on the safe side, just so I can ensure that I'm pumping out as much as possible on a tick per tick basis. Because I don't like having to sit here and twiddle my thumbs while I wait on my engines to properly power. So we'll do this, and then a bit of glass in the mid. And there we have our redstone engine number 2. I didn't actually have to put them on 2 individual item slots. I could have put them on 1 item slot, and that would have been fine. Now, one nice thing about steam power, also though, you can use it at night, which is obviously a big plus for some people. Some people are night owls and would rather be able to use it at night. So that is a thing. That is in fact a thing. Go ahead and turn that on. Let this stuff pump on 8. There we go. Now you can't actually hook that up to anywhere on the boiler. I believe the steam can be pumped from any direction. I'm just pumping it out of the base here because I aligned everything on the ground. It's fine. It's fine. As you can see, the steam comes out. It's very much like a fluid. I don't get that very much, but it's like a fluid. It doesn't actually look like I'm filling up any of these guys though. So I might be just completely incorrect in my assumption of how to do this. I've done it once before, but it worked fine. I might have been using industrial steam. And this guy looks like it generates... No, it should totally be generating... Oh yeah, I've got to turn them on. It probably helps. Yeah, there we go, we're actually receiving steam at this point. Now this one down here at the bottom is not actually going to give us any sort of benefit from steam due to the fact that it produces its own steam. You give it water, you give it coal, it works. But for that matter, does it have a little output thing on the side? It does. Maximum power is 2 Minecraft joules a tick, so it's about the same as a electrical engine. It's just steam power instead of electrical power, so I suppose that's an easy way to circumnavigate having to have a significant enough power supply to run electrical. And as you can see, this guy here, its current overall transference is 0.2 Minecraft joules a tick. It generates so much in here, and then it puts it out into the machine that it's adjacent to. So this guy right here is climbing on steam. Once it hits peak capacity, it'll start outputting at a better rate. This one is already going a bit quicker. However, I do know these guys can overheat pretty quickly, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. keep from blowing up my rolling machine. Now, since my rolling machine is out here, and I already have my steel here, I can go ahead and start rolling some of these steel plates. I only need one collection of steel plates, so we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and click that guy there, and it will burn all this power and give us 3 steel plates, like so, for making our industrial steam engine. Now, in light of this guy down here on the bottom not really taking any steam in, we're just going to go ahead and break that. Oh my god, I broke so much on accident because this destroys blocks really, really quickly. So now I guess I just need to wait on the 4 remaining steel ingots. And this guy, let's see, it's pretty much keeping consistent with where its steam is. It generates steam at a much, much higher rate the higher the temperature is, but it also burns through the water much, much quicker as well. It's not really necessary. I mean, with this small setup, I'm hardly doing anything, but I have seen some really cool, super massive setups that involve 20 plus engines and one massive one of these in the center of a factory fueling everything. If you can do it, and you can do it well, and have plenty of coal coke production, plenty of energy going into this guy, you will have basically a super battery that will just last for a very, very long time. You just kind of have to keep an eye on all of your engines, because these guys will explode and they'll take out everything. This guy right here could explode and it would take out like half of the boiler, half of this guy, and still take out a big chunk of ground down here. So let's see, is this guy almost done? Not really. These guys take about 3 minutes a piece to produce, so we're just kind of waiting on that. I guess I can cut for a moment, but as you can see, this guy is trying to climb up on how much joules per tick it's able to produce. Now this one was the commercial steam engine. The commercial, you have to feed in energy from the outside, and the hobbyist you can feed directly into this guy itself. It seems like it's generating quite a bit of Minecraft joules, and it's not quite able to dump them out all at once like it wants to. So I, in that effort, am going to come back in here. I'm going to stick this steam engine. Well, I'll put it over here next to the thermal expansion machines. It's part of thermal expansion. It'll be fine over here. Stick it right there. That'll be fine. And I'm going to claim my other battery up here. Let's grab out my Omni wrench, like so. And we're going to stick this guy outside instead of the rolling machine, since I now have the rolling machine's product that I was trying to get. Did I turn these guys back on? No? There we go. Because it's still on yellow. I'm like, oh, well, apparently the Omni wrench changes the orientation of levers for whatever reason. Also, you'll notice that my chests are no longer dancing. Let's take this guy on out here. Let's break this guy without breaking the world. Put that there, put that there. Break this really quickly. There we go. Max input still at 100, but this thing is kind of climbing a little slowly. It's going to be a little bit slower until these guys really get underway. This one's not hot, but it's producing at a relatively good rate. That could stand to get a little bit higher as this gets higher and as this gets higher. Unfortunately for me, that thing is losing heat. So this is kind of fun in an extent that I am constantly managing. So I am enjoying this relatively well. But it's also like, why? Why do you require so much energy? Alright, and there's our remaining steel. Let's go ahead and pop back inside. We'll make our final piece to this puzzle. The industrial steam engine. Now, if I recall correctly, this one takes the longest to heat up, but it does produce the most energy. So we're going to need steel gears wrapped around stone gears. Steel wrapped around stone, rather. I'll go ahead and make 2 of those. Didn't realize I had all these wooden gears on hand, otherwise I would have been using them all this time. There's 2 stone gears. We're also going to need to... No, I can just go ahead and stick these guys right up here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's our 2 steel gears. Place those there. Place a piston up there. I don't have my pistons anymore because I use them. That's fine. I can make another piston. Pistons, the thing you always end up needing the most in technical Minecraft series. Place that there. Place this here. And here we have our piston. We're going to place our 2 steels on either side of that, as well as our glass and our 3 steel plates, and we'll have ourselves a industrial steam engine. Now, this guy's the highest output producing. I do not remember the specific number, but we'll see it here soon enough. It's at its peak. Now, this one works very, very similar to this guy. It just has a higher threshold of heat, as well as a higher overall output. The capacity is the same. It's 8,000 steam value, and yeah, this guy I'm barely ever getting above 36. Let's just toss some coal in there, just to get something to burn. Where did I put all my coal? I think I have more coal than that. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I know coal's not as effective as coal coke, but coal coke takes so long for me. I'm just trying to get some extra oomph right this second instead of in a little bit. So I'll let these guys burn. These guys are producing 3.2k heat, so about half of coal coke. And as you can see, this guy is still generating up that steam. Takes a little while to get it all in there. Like so there, and like so there. These guys look like they're going to try and sit and hover around 4k, which is usually pretty average. These guys will not explode for a long while until they've been running for a really, really, really long time. And this guy is going to take ages, I mean absolute ages, to charge at this rate of heat. It's going to have to keep working for a very, very long time in order to get a little bit further ahead of this. But on the whole, steam can be an extremely effective power source. But like I've been saying and like I've been illustrating here, it's also kind of dangerous. It'll explode. And it can be very, very fruitful too, I suppose. So anyway, I feel like I've rambled enough for this episode. We made some steam engines. We went back and we saw some more stuff in the Densor world. Next time, I'd kind of like to move toward making quantum suits, but I don't have the iridium for that yet, so I might have to settle for things like an advanced lap pack. Well, I am wearing an advanced lap pack. Things like an ultimate lap pack, which is still going to require iridium. Ultimates. I'd like to get an ultimate solar helmet, but I'm also going to have an ultimate hybrid solar panel, which just requires a lot. Yeah, I don't quite have the goods to make the solar panel yet, much less the helmet. But actually, I probably do have enough for the helmet. In any case, I kind of wanted to make the lap pack first, because I mean that's a 10 million battery on the back. That's a significant amount of power, but I suppose this could also be a little bit more useful earlier on. In any case, we made steam. Next time we're gonna do something technical, I guess. I'm starting up a new video series. It'll probably be live before this video is, so you guys will probably already see that, and I'll record something different, something non-Minecraft. I wonder what it'll be, because I still haven't figured that out myself. Once again, this has been Warmac9, and I will see you guys next time.